Not really. He said the construction would be stopped as long as we promised the full exposure to the full scoop. And we had to keep our mouths shut while the evidence was gathered.
Did the construction stop at any point? Wait, did he stop the...
I mean, the construction never really stopped. I was called into a meeting with Emerson Turnkin that Reese had set up for me.
Can you tell us what happened in the meeting?
When I tried to get the site completely moved to a different place so they could work on it somewhere else and leave our home alone, Emerson Turnkin totally blew up at me. And then when that didn't work, I decided to have a sit-in protest.
Did you do the sit-in?
No, Reese convinced me once again that I would be arrested. You see, I thought he was on our side and trying to help us find a way to help our community, but I eventually realized we were only pawns in the game.
What happened January 2012?
That was when Zilius came onto the site and things changed drastically. Safety checks got cut short and there were more injuries left and right, especially on the second shift when Zilius was in charge.
What type of injuries did you witness?
Nothing much. Things like turn ankles, hurt hands, and smashed bodies. I saw a forklift run over a foot, live wires and puddles almost electrocuting people, and I saw a woman fall off a ladder, and as the stretcher was carrying her away, Zilius was ordering another person to climb that same ladder.
What about the safeties of the families they're living with you?
Our home was being taken over slowly, but they continued to work even though we could get hurt because there was no fence.
Was anything done about that?
Yeah, they put up a fence later that January, so we felt a little safer. But since our home was invaded so abruptly, many people decided to find somewhere else to live.
Did you stay there or did you leave?
I stayed along with a friend named Ari Dent, who tried to help me find a way to save our home.
What did you find August 24th?
I found a letter in the trash from the city that stated that the lift was not approved.
Your Honor, I would like to enter into evidence Exhibit 4, licensing and inspection letter, and publish it to the jury.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let it be so admitted and published to the jury.
And this is for him. This is for him. These are for my picture. What do you mean? Can you read the highlighted portions for the court?
The City of Philadelphia Department of Licenses and Inspections is in receipt of your application for permission to conduct a construction lift above engineering limits. Additional information is required before we can reach a final agency determination of your request. Please submit this information within 14 calendar days of this request. A failure to respond to this letter could be deemed a basis for denial of your request.
How did you feel about finding the letter?
I was thrilled that Zilius' bad karma had finally come due. I thought the work would at least be postponed, but Zilius kept preparing for the lift anyways.
Did this seem strange to you?
Not really. I knew the law would be ignored yet again because Taylor Zilius only answers to the demon dollar.
Please tell the court the morning of August 31st, 2012.
You see, when I woke up, the winds were howling and the rain was pouring down. And I just knew there was no way they would possibly lift in those conditions. But they did.
What happened with the first panel?
The first panel was swinging and twisting in the wind. I watched with a sense of doom as they recklessly pushed on to the second panel.
What happened around 3 p.m.?
Our angel agent came out of the manager's office and raised the red flag to stop the lift. I thought our home was saved, then that monster Zilius came out of the office running and screaming at the safety officer.
What did you see the defendant do next?
Oh, Zilius ripped the green flag out of our angel's hands and waved it furiously towards the crane and went right back into the manager's office.
Did they continue the lift after that?
Yeah, that was when the heaviest wind of the day ran through the site. And I watched as that massively majestic crane began to crumble. Workers were running around in a panic and I was paralyzed by their screams.
What did you realize after the crane collapsed?
I realized the project was finally dead, along with my sweet and loyal friend Artie. May he rest in peace.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Thank you, counsel. Cross.
Did Artie say he would destroy the project from within?
At some point he mentioned it, yes.
What did you tell Emerson that made her so mad?
That we should move the site.
Why did Zelius want to keep you and Artie out?
Because we were squatters that were gonna intrude on his private property.
Did Artie steal the wrench?
He may have. I saw him twiddling his thumbs with a wrench in his hand, fidgeting it back and forth, but I wasn't sure if he stole it or not.
Your Honor, I'd like to enter into evidence Exhibit N, Artie's manifesto.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let it be admitted. Did you want that, you want the witness to have it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can present it to the witness.
I'd like you to read bullet point 5.
The power of people is so downtrodden that there is nowhere to go but up. This wrench in the works will allow me to rage against the alien machine.
Did you think the person with the trench coat was Artie?
He had a resemblance to him, but I wasn't positive.
Who did you see after the crane fell?
I mean, there were many people running around, to be more specific.
Did you see Artie dead after the crane fell?
Yes,
What was Artie wearing after the crane fell?
a trench coat.
Did Artie say he would kill himself on sight?
Yes, but that was to get attention.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any redirect questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. Ma'am, you can take those, please, back from the witness. State may call it